Hey everybody, it's Andy. A few weeks ago, Tom Bihn sent me their Techonaut 30 and Techonaut 45 travel bags to test out and do a review. I just got back from my trip to Boston, and now I'm ready to give you my opinion and reviews of the Techonaut 30 and Techonaut 45. If you like content like this, please subscribe to my channel, leave a comment below, and smash the like button on YouTube. It really helps me out. Without further ado, let's get into the Techonauts. A long time ago, Tom Bihn released the Aeronaut series of backpacks, a set of duffels that doubled as backpacks with backpack straps that were geared towards travel. One of the downfalls of the Aeronaut bag, though, is that there was nowhere for users to put their laptops or any other organized tech gear in. In response to feedback, Tom Bihn designed the Techonaut series. These are based on the Aeronaut in the fact that they still have the bottom pocket and the larger space with a duffel conversion, but these are much more backpack first and featuring of the laptop compartment. They released the Techonaut in a 30-liter and a 45-liter size, similar to the Aeronaut. I'm going to go over all of the pockets, the ins and outs of the 30-liter bag. So I'll just set this one down, and let's take a look here. First, I want to point out that this bag is in a new material. This is the Tom Bihn 400D Halcyon, but in a nice night walk colorway. This is something that first showed up on these Techonaut bags, and I really like it a lot. It's basically a darker blue gray that is unique compared to some of their other options. It's not something super bright that I would feel uncomfortable wearing it in a business setting, but it's also not just a standard black, so as someone who likes blue like me, it's a perfect option. For a color comparison, here we have the Nightwalk Halcyon next to the black 400D Halcyon. We also have here some of the Nordic 400D Halcyon, the discontinued color. You can see this is a much more deep, rich blue, while this one is a bit more muted and not as likely to stand out. And furthermore, we have the deep blue color in the 525D Ballistic Nylon. For a final bit of comparison, the shirt I'm wearing is the American Apparel 50/50 in the heather blue colorway. Now let's do a walk around this Nightwalk colored bag. Starting at the front, we have this large horseshoe zip pocket that leads into the main compartment, and another pocket with the zip over the bottom going into the bottom part. We have on both of these number 10 YKK zippers, and for this bag, Tom Bihn has decided to switch away from the old AquaGuard model zippers they were using into the YKK racket coil zippers. This is the line of zippers that is intended to be used with luggage, and it's supposed to be of the highest durability. And while it does provide water resistance, it isn't going to have that shiny coating that you see on previous Tom Bihn bags. Still, these are super, super smooth, especially compared to some of the other bags that required breaking in or had a bit of resistance. Over here, we have the Tom Bihn Design Lab logo. This is the all-black model with the 3 dots to let you know that it might still be a bit experimental using some new features, such as those zippers. Looking over on this side, we have a single pocket here that extends all the way down to this far. And this is intended to be used as the water bottle pocket of the bag. Here I have a 20-ounce Camelback chute that fits in pretty easily. And you can see it does mold a bit, but that's what you get when you have exterior fabric over the water bottle pocket. Taking that out, let's go to the other side. Over here we have another pocket similar to the water bottle pocket, but this one only goes down about this far and it's a bit flatter. Over here you can store some flat things. Right here I have the zipper pulls that came with the bag. And in front of that we have the grab handle. This is intended to be a new edgeless design of the duffel style handle. And overall it's fairly comfortable, though I feel like this one is a bit wider than it needs to be and thinner. So when I reach my hand around, I wish it were a bit more circular to match my grip. Still, it definitely does the job, and it's not uncomfortable to hold. Looking at then the top and the bottom of this side, we have attachment points where you can put a shoulder strap. Here I have the Tom Bihn Absolute shoulder strap, and it goes on without any trouble, letting you lift the bag and carry it as though it were a duffel. Looking at the top of the bag, we have another handle, this one being more reminiscent of the sort that you'd see on the aeronaut bags at the end. It's a lightly padded, slim handle, but it leaves plenty of room for you to stick your hand underneath and get easy access. There's also a compartment up top that goes the length of the top portion of the bag. This is a great place to stash your phone, your wallet, your keys when you're going through airport security. The bottom of the bag doesn't have any adornment, it's just more of the exterior material. Looking at the back, there's quite a bit. Looking at the top here first, we have what I consider to be a hanging style handle. This is the sort of thing where if you have to use the bathroom, you can hang this on the hook in the bathroom stall and the bag will be able to hang there so you don't have to put it on the ground. Though for lifting the bag, I'd be more likely to use the one from the top. Right above here, we have the laptop compartment. This is just using a new ripstop nylon. This is a material that I haven't seen Tom Bihn use before, but overall it's pretty soft to the touch and it's not likely to damage your laptop at all. Sticking in my 13-inch MacBook Pro, it slides in easily and there's plenty more room for a larger computer. The laptop pocket is suspended off the ground and it goes right about to here, so you know that if you drop your computer, you got a solid inch or two of safety net. It's not going to bang it up too bad. Over here we have the shoulder straps. These are Tom Bihn's edgeless shoulder straps, a super comfortable design, and I found no problem on my trip being able to bear the heavy load packed in the bag with these on my shoulders. Included is also a Tom Bihn sternum strap, pretty standard. And behind the shoulder straps, we have one of these skeleton style back panels. This uses an interesting array of foam that's intended to be super comfortable when worn, and it has some air channels built in so that hopefully you don't get too sweaty. If we want, we can actually unclip the shoulder straps with these traditional buckles and slide them behind the back panel. This isn't as smooth as it could be, but still, if you want to hide your shoulder straps, either because you're using the bag as a duffel or you want to stick it in the overhead compartment without getting them dirty, this is a fine option. One of the reasons stuffing this is a bit more difficult is because it's actually contained all within this segment, leaving the luggage pass-through, where you can see my hand right now, completely free of straps, so you'll be able to easily get that in and out of your luggage. A trade-off that I think was reasonable for Tom Bihn to make. Finally, looking at the bottom here, we have attachment for a waist belt or the included waist strap, if you want to take some of the load off your shoulders and put it on your hips. Now let's look inside the main compartment of the bag. We have this large horseshoe zip compartment, reminiscent of the opening on the Tom Bihn Hero's Journey, a discontinued model. Inside here, let's start with the flap. We have this mesh pocket with a smaller zipper, and this is on the whole interior of the flap. You can stick things like smaller items, papers, folded, or flatter items. I stuck my Tom Bihn travel tray here on my trip. Over here in the main compartment, I just have it filled with some curtains to show the volume. I don't know why I have so many curtains, but we have a very large, expansive opening. One of the things I feel that set the Techonaut apart from many other travel bags is just how deep this pocket went. I was able to easily stack things one on top of the other without having to just go side to side, and I felt like that made packing very easy. Over here at the bottom, we have two sets of the compression straps. These are so if you put some luggage in, you can cinch it down and fit more stuff on top, or help get the zipper load to close. Over here on this side, we actually have the interior of the side pocket beneath the handle. So you can see exactly where that goes. And if you want, you can stick items behind it. I don't know if this is something practical because you carry the bag as a backpack this way and things might slide out. But I believe that if you wanted to stick in some flip-flops or something to keep separate from other items, you could stuff them there and they would at least remain held in place. At the bottom of the main compartment, we have this zipper similar to what you would see in the aeronaut bags. You can unzip it, and then it lets you use this bottom divider to push back into the bottom pocket so you have more space in the main compartment. This could be useful if you're carrying some larger items and don't require to have that segmentation. Taking a look now, we have the bottom compartment of the bag. This has 2 zippers, super smooth, and it's just a large area compartment. We've got the O-rings here, as we do on all of the other pockets, easy to attach Tom Bihn accessories. And over here is a great place if you have something you want separate from the main compartment, like a pair of shoes, a toiletry kit, or just another packing cube that happens to fit here. Now, I recently took a trip to Boston where I carried all of my items in the Techonaut 30 as my one bag, and my girlfriend who accompanied me took the Techonaut 45. I have some footage that I filmed right when we got to the hotel so that I could show you exactly what we put in our respective bags. Let's take a look. So all of my stuff is in the Techonaut 30. Starting out with the laptop compartment, I have first my iPad mini, and then beneath that, my 13-inch MacBook Pro. They stack in there, one on top of the other, pretty nicely, though I think there might be a little bit of overlap. Looking in the small side pocket over by the handle, this is where I keep a little bag with some wet wipes. On the airplane, it's usually a good idea to just wipe down the tray table because they never ever clean those. So I'm prepared for that. Over here at the top pocket underneath the handle, this is where I'll be sticking my cell phone during security, but I also have a chapstick. And on the other side in the water bottle pocket, I'm able to fit my Camelback chute. This is the 20-ounce insulated model. Looking over here, we've got the bottom pocket, and this is where I have stuck my Aeronaut 30 size travel laundry stuff sack. This is where I have my socks, my underwear, and also my pajama pants, and it fits in there really well. But in addition to that, I have a book. Finally, in the main compartment, open this up. In the lid here, I have my Tom Bihn travel tray and an extra mask. Over here, I have a hat, my Tom Bihn side effects. This is where I keep all of the miscellaneous items I like to take with me while traveling. I just put them in here so it's easy for me to stick in my bag. This is an Air City Sling in the X-Pack edition. I've been using this as my daily walk-around sling, and I've been enjoying it, so I decided to take it with me. Up top, I have my Travel-On toiletry kit with the wet side and the dry side. I've been using this for a while, and I really like it. And then all of my other clothing, shirts and pants, are in this Tom Bihn Aeronaut 30 packing cube backpack. Oh, and I have a lacrosse ball and an extra cable that I was going to use tonight. So there you have it, everything I stuck in the Techonaut 30. All right, now we've got the Techonaut 45 that my girlfriend's taking. Where I'm using the Air Sling, she's actually using a Tom Bihn Everyday Cubelet as her purse. So I just thought I'd mention that on the side. Looking in the bag, we've got nothing in the top pocket here, but similar to me, she has a little bag of wet wipes in the side with the handle, and in the water bottle pocket, the water bottle, same Camelback, different color. Over in the laptop compartment, we've got the same deal going on. She has her tablet and her 13-inch MacBook Air. Over in the bottom compartment here, we just have 2 rain jackets just rolled up in case it rains. It might rain on Sunday where we're going. And I put the padded hip straps just in case we needed that extra support on the trip. Finally, in the main compartment, we have this Herschel case with her headphones, same toiletry kit, a Western Flyer packing cube with a bunch of underwear and stuff, .3D organizer cube with some cables, a hat, We got an empty Western Flyer packing cube just in case we needed it, because they come in twos, for us at least. And all of the clothes are in this Western Flyer sized packing cube backpack, and that fit in there really good. Also, there's an extra mask, and up top, we have some cookies. So there we have it, everything that we fit in the Techonaut 45 with plenty of room to. Having taken the Techonaut bags on a trip, we did have a lot that we liked, but also a bit of feedback about the bags. First, these things were a joy to pack. The depth of the bags made it easy to fit in everything we needed, even on the smaller 30-liter size. One thing that was a bit disappointing, however, was that even the Techonaut 30 had some trouble fitting under the seat in front of me on the airplane. I was able to sort of nudge it in front, but it wasn't able to get underneath in a Delta airplane first class seat. One of the reasons for this is that because the bag lets you pack it so much, this front pocket can sort of fluff up beyond the stated dimension if you just fill it a bit larger. So that can lead to it potentially not fitting under. Still, the bags fit in the overhead bin easily. I mentioned earlier that the handle over here maybe could have been a bit rounder instead of rectangular as it is, but the edgeless shoulder straps were super comfortable. Finally, one thing that I would have liked was to have some sort of handle on the bottom side of the bag. While I was able to only get away with using these two while I was traveling, during the packing process, it would have been nice to be able to have one here so I could easily move the bag back and forth, similar to what I do with the aeronauts. To get a sense for the fit of the bags, here's the Techonaut 30. For specs, I'm 5 foot 9 inches and weigh about 137 pounds. And here's the T45. The Tom Bihn Techonaut bags were originally available in 2 runs of pre-orders that have since closed. Still, Tom Bihn has committed to making more than just the pre-order amount, so when they're ready, they should be available to purchase on the Tom Bihn website. The Techonaut 30 comes in at $360 US, so it is a bit expensive, and the T45 is an extra $10 at $370. When it comes to the weights of the bags, the lightest version of these both is 2 pounds and 2.6 ounces for the smaller, and 2 pounds and 5.6 ounces when you're in that Halcyon material. You can also get the bags in a 1050D ballistic, the heaviest material, which comes in 2 pounds 11.6 ounces for the T30 and 3 pounds for the T45, as well as a 1000D Cordura or that 525 ballistic. Personally, I always focus on the flexibility and the weight of my bags, so that's why I opted for Halcyon on both of them. Finally, when it comes to dimensions, the Techonaut 30 comes in at 19.7 inches by 12.6 inches with an 8-inch depth, and the T45 has a 21.9-inch height, 14-inch width, and a 9.1-inch depth. Though, as I mentioned earlier, depending on how you pack it, because the bag is flexible, its dimensions might shift. Overall, the Techonaut 30 and Techonaut 45 bags are really great options for travel, and I definitely see myself using them in the future. A special thank you to Tom Bihn for providing both of these bags for me to review. If you want one yourself, be sure to use the link below and leave a comment with what you might be putting in yours. Smash the like button on YouTube and subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out. Thank you all again for watching and have a good day.